Meet You in Scotland was released in 2023. This is directed by David Lumsden, written by Hannah Tatchell, and we have a cast including Emma Fischer and Finlay Bain. And I was looking forward to this one because I'm Scottish and I do like films that are set in Scotland. Not all of them. I don't automatically love a film because it's in Scotland, but I do love these kinds of real one films in general. I was really keen to see what it was like. I'm pleased to say it's not too bad, and I can also confirm that it was filmed in Scotland. And according to IMDb, it was filmed in Gifford, East Lothian. It was filmed in Edinburgh and a couple of other places. So I was rather satisfied with that. And the narrative I quite like. We have a case of mistaken identity because Emma Fischer plays a character called Jen, and Jen has to go to Scotland to collect this literary award on behalf of this author. But this author is quite anonymous. She doesn't do public events, and people don't really know what she looks like. And when Jen goes to Scotland, people think that she is the author, and she doesn't rush to correct them just because of the situation. Things moved very, very quickly. She didn't get a chance to say, no, that's not who I am. And she didn't really want to correct people after a certain amount of time because that would be really awkward and embarrassing. And of course, the big question is, will she get away with this? Will people find out the truth? And if so, how will they react? I'm such a big fan of films where we have a character who people believe is somebody else. And I'm always keen to see what would happen if they find out the truth, and I won't say what happens there, but I was really pleased with the way everything developed, the way everything was paced. I think we have a lot of believable situations in here, some that are maybe not completely believable, but with this kind of rom-com, that's generally the way things go. Not everything is 100% realistic, but with these kinds of films, that's absolutely fine. And the characters are very likeable. Jen is a very likeable protagonist. Of course, we have this potential love interest with James. James is a really likeable character as well. The narrative itself is pretty interesting. I think things flow well. There's enough substance there to keep it interesting. The characters definitely work well together. The narrative could have had maybe a little bit more substance to it, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's lacking. I think there's just maybe room for a little bit more meat, maybe something a little bit more interesting happening. But in general, I don't have any complaints about this. As a Scottish person, I can confirm that I thought it was pretty decent. As I said, I do like this kind of film. In general, if you're a fan of films where we have mistaken identities, then I think you'll enjoy it. It ticks all of the right boxes. Likeable characters, good performances, definitely a decent narrative. Yes, there could be a little bit more substance to it, but it's not too weak or anything. And you have the added benefit of it being set and filmed in Scotland, so that definitely appeals to me as well. All things considered, I'd say Meet You in Scotland is an enjoyable film, and if it sounds like it might appeal to you, if you're a fan of real one films in general, then I'd say it's one that's certainly worth watching.